was at a poetry slam where there was some amazing poets, but the judges were mean and I wasn't digging the scene, so I wrote this poem for those judges, not these judges. I write poetry. Did someone say poetry? Yes, poetry. Like when you're at a party and you're talking to someone and they say, hey, what do you do for fun? And you say, I write poetry. Watch the reaction. They start to back away. They have nothing more to say. And you know what they're thinking? Yeah, because it's just not considered cool to write poetry. But then there's spoken word, and that poetry can be upbeat and flirty and down and dirty, gritty or hardcore, but never a bore. Honest in your face, this is my space to tell it, fast-paced, energizing, invigorating. It's got a rhyme to have rhythm. I'm driven to tell my story that could be just reality or fiction. Feel the friction, it's an addiction where the truth rules, but you can break the rules. After midnight, take flight and soar with the words that might bring tears, fears, or make you laugh out loud. Yes, I write poetry, and some might say it's not cool to write poetry, but I find myself filling pages, a dream weaver, a believer in pen scratching surface to dig deeper and deeper, weaving those whimsical words into something magical, something tangible, substantial, real, something I can hold in my hands and feel and admire. The words leaping to life and dancing across the page, beating slowly at first with a primitive rhythm, then pulsating louder and louder, reaching a powerful crescendo that soars skyward to strum the harps of the heavens. The words cutting through the paper like a knife and breathing with a life of their own. I write poetry. A warrior of words, I enter this battlefield called a poetry slam, and I compete so my words can be heard, and I dare to bare my soul on stage with just a microphone in hand. I stand before you to be judged by one simple number etched on a cold, hard slate. You rate me in black and white. These words woven into a tapestry just might be ripped apart, unraveled, judged by numbers like 6.2 or 7.8, but poets hate numbers. Don't judge us with your numbers, we are word people. And tonight the poets will band together to judge those judges, but we will not judge with numbers because we can only judge with words. And the poets will hold their scoreboards high to judge those judges, and it will not be a 7.8 or a 6.2. All the boards will say, fuck you. No, truth is, I lie. The poets will fill those scoreboards with the likes of words never before heard, words of such passion and brilliance that artists will rush to pick up his or her brush, moved to create a masterpiece. And wouldn't it be sweet if Bach or Beethoven could learn of those words and they would endeavor to compose music so clever it would live on through the ages, live on forever. And now those judges will lay down their scoreboards in defeat because they know they can never compete with the power of the pen of a poet.